But we're going to talk today about a big topic that I think a lot of people need to be aware of. And it's a topic that I think you and I can talk good about, but give the people of the nation some info about. And that is home inspections, okay? When purchasing a home, you will be, if you purchase through us anyways, it's not anything that we do, but you will be offered the ability to have a home inspection, okay? Which we think, I think all of us think, I think we all literally can say this, is one of the most important things that you'll do when purchasing a house.
Absolutely.
We get asked the question all the time, do I need a home inspection? Like, do I really need a home inspection? And I'm like, well, this is how I kind of explain it to people. If you want a home inspection to protect your investment, that's why you would get one. If you're not worried about it and you're thinking, well, I really don't care what could be potentially wrong with this home, I'm going to fix it. Well, would you want a custom made, what I call a honey-do list? And now you know everything that's wrong. So you know in your upgrades and redos and all that, you could totally know where to start. Absolutely you want it. But the biggest reason that I think that people should get a home inspection is not only to be able to get things fixed, not only to know what they may want to start doing from the beginning, is this. On average in our area, they're spending $275,000, investing $275,000, paying their hard-earned money every single month for a mortgage payment. And a home inspection is going to cost between $300 and $500, depending on the square footage. That's how they're priced. I feel that's the best $300 to $500 you could spend to protect that investment.
Absolutely.
What say you about that?
I think that if you're buying something for $30 at Walmart and, they ask you at the register, hey, do you want to have this protection plan?
Right.
I always say no.
I do too.
But like you said, when you're making probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest investment of your life, you want to get that home inspection. And
no doubt.
Normally, whatever they find in the home inspection, you can come to an agreement with the sellers and half the time they'll fix whatever it is for you.
Absolutely.
That way you can go into your new home knowing that everything is sound and correct. And
yeah. A lot of people, they know that, again, it's a code and law in Tennessee that somebody living in the house, they got to do a property condition disclosure and they got to tell us everything they know about the house. The home inspections look way past what people know. Like, they look way past our expertise. A lot of people think that we do those. We're not the expert in that field to do that. It's literally a licensed independent person who comes in, and that's what they do, is go through that house with a fine-tooth comb. In your dealings, again, you've sold a lot of real estate. In your dealings with people who are purchasing houses right now, do you see most people are getting home inspections?
Oh, yes. I've only had one that has not gotten a home inspection, and it was just a really quick all-cash deal, and they went into it knowing, okay, we're going to have to fix this thing from top to bottom.
They kind of already knew going into it.
Absolutely, yes. I think everyone should get them because it can look like the nicest house in the world, and then a home inspector can get in there and find 50 things
Absolutely.
that need to be fixed.
Absolutely. And you look at it and you say this, that those home inspections are literally just the protection for you that you need. I feel, now, I don't think I'm like you. I think there are scenarios where home inspection may not be right. If you know, hey, I'm going in, this is going to be a remodel type of purchase that I'm making, I'm not going to look to move straight in, then I think sometimes I get it. You don't want to do it. But if I'm getting ready to move somebody I love, my family in there, you don't know everything about it. And there's big deals that we have found in home inspections. Now, here's the other thing that a home inspection will do for you, and then I'm going to let you tell us what actually they look for. But in the Tennessee contracts that we use, if you elect to get a home inspection, it literally becomes a contingency. That the purchase of the property is contingent upon a satisfactory home inspection, meaning if they get that home inspection back and it's bad, they're not locked in that they got to buy that house. Versus if you waive it, now that's not a contingency. You're getting ready to, you're 2 days before closing, and you go to do your final walkthrough, and you find that, oh Lord, the basement's leaking like crazy, which a lot of houses in our area do. Well, sorry, you could have checked that in a home inspection, and you can't say cancel the contract because of that. That's massive to me. Like, that's massive protection just to have that in there. That you have the ability, if something shows up that you don't like, you can get out of that. Now, that's not saying if you don't like the paint color in the bedroom, you can get out. But if there is a problem that's not satisfactory or meet what you get, you can cancel the agreement. I'm spending that $300 to $500 every day to do that. So let's talk more. Tell us about home inspections. What does a home inspector do as far as when are they going in? Kind of some of the things they're looking at, those components.
Well, they check the whole thing from
Sure.
top to bottom.
Top to bottom, they're going.
They check the electrical,
Mhm.
which I've seen houses that are super, super nice, and they have
Absolutely.
the worst kind of electrical
Absolutely.
issues possible.
No doubt.
Another really important one is the foundation.
Yes.
And I've seen really, really nice houses that have, issues
Bad
with
problem.
foundation, and that's something that you really want to know.
Sure.
That you need to either fix or be
I'm
able to
with
get
you.
out of.
I'm with you. You're talking about, again, foundations. You're talking about roofs. You're talking about windows. You're talking about HVAC. You're just talking about, literally, like you said, it's the whole house. They're going to go through the whole house and look at it. Another thing we see found in home inspections is mold problems in a house, in a crawl space. They go into the crawl space and they'll come back to you and say, hey, you've probably not crawled under there because it's a tight space, but you've got so much moisture under there. Your vents, your bathroom fans are vented into your attic. They're not going outside, causing you a mold mildew problem in your attic.
Yeah, they'll even check for the potential of mold, which
Exactly.
I just had a deal last week where they checked for that, and then we got a mold guy in, and he said actually there's none. So
Right.
You never know what's going to happen.
Right. But that's protection when you look at it and you say that's what they're pros to do. They go through, they look at it and do that. Now, have you ever had a home inspection? Going back to this contingency that I was talking about earlier, have you ever had a home inspection come back first question and your buyer not been satisfied with it? Like they didn't like it.
Yes,
Hey,
my very first offer that I wrote was one like that.
So there was a problem.
Yes.
What did they do? Like walk us through. You don't have to give us their names, but what happened at that point? They didn't like it. What happened?
You can either, like you said, you can come to an agreement with the sellers of, hey, will you fix this issue? You have to write the repair proposal, and then once you come to an agreement on what is proposed, then you will write a repair amendment.
Yes.
If they will be willing to fix things, and then you'll go from there and hopefully get the things fixed and work the deal out. And then if they don't get fixed, then guess what? You get to find another house.
You
that
get to
doesn't
go
have
find
that
one.
issue.
That's exactly right. So again, that protection's there for you guys. If you're dealing with Taylor, you're dealing with an agent at Elite, we're always going to probably recommend that you get a home inspection because of the protections and so on and so forth. So people ask us, do I need one? Well, if I get one, what are they covered? And then they ask, well, why? Why should I really go do this? Well, I think we've kind of covered that. Like, it's massive, major protection for you to be able to do that. Plus, it's saving you literally thousands of dollars in repair costs that you may have never known were even there, that you're going to have to make and you're going to have to repair on this house. Going back to that property disclosure, if we as homeowners know things about our house that's wrong, when we go to sell it, we got to tell people about it. Mm-hmm. So you move in the house, you didn't get a home inspection, you move in the house and you find out you got these problems and you think, well, you know what, I'm going to get out of here and recoup fast and go. But when you know, you got to disclose. And so why do you want it? To figure all that out, protect yourself, get everything done the right way, the correct way from the beginning, and protect your investment. It's the best thing that we feel that you can do. So again, maybe you're using an Elite agent, maybe you're not, but I would have that conversation with my agent, with the seller, with all those things about, hey, we want to get a home inspection done to protect this investment. Have you had any deals yet that have not gone through because of a home inspection?
Yes.
So you've seen both sides of the spectrum. You have the home inspection, and as she said, you get the negotiations, sellers agree to fix, but you get to that point where they're like, hey, take it or leave it, and you're allowed to leave it. That's a big thing for you to do. What else you got to say about home inspections? Any other tips or tricks, things you want to tell people, experiences you've had? as far as home inspections go?
I have a friend who is actually a lender, and she did not get a home inspection on a new build.
Right. A new build. Hear this. This is a cool thing right here.
And she really regretted it. So it doesn't matter if the house is 200 years old or brand spanking new. I recommend you get a home inspection.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Donnie Carlton just commented to us here on our show. It would have been nice if I had a home inspection. I bought a brand new house, never lived in. Builder only put 4 inches of insulation in the ceiling, and I had 17 inches of blown insulation put over top of that. Funny story, Donnie. Probably not a funny story, but a story that goes with that. We sold a house to actually a friend of ours. I think Dave sold him the house, Siobhan sold him the house. It was a house that had been lived in, okay? It was up in Russellville. They buy the house, was like, hey, we see, we look, everything's good. People's living in it, so it can't have all these problems. They move in the house, summer heat, first day of summer here, summer heat hits. They cannot keep this house cool at all. Like, cannot keep it cool. They start getting HVAC people out there thinking it's HVAC, we got a problem. They get all this, spend this money, do all this stuff, only to find out there is zero insulation in the attic. Now, home inspection would have found that out. One of the first things
I would have found that out looking at it, because I'll go up in the attic and check it for you.
You're going to check that out. So, that's the reasons, though. You look at it and you say, get these things done.
Yeah, for sure.
Get these things done, no doubt about it. So that, my friends, has been our real estate talk for the day, featuring the one and only, absolutely magnificent, newest member of the $1 Million Club at Elite Realty Group, Taylor Courtney. Taylor, thank you for being live on the show today. She'll be back in the near future again and talk real estate with us again, as we've been trying to bring our agency and give you that day-to-day hands-on experience of what they see in the field, things that they see their clients navigate the market. If you're looking for an agent to help you navigate this market, and that's what you need, someone that's a professional in what they do, you're looking to buy or sell or invest in real estate, give Taylor a call. She'll be glad to help you in any of your real estate needs. Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's somebody that you know looking to navigate this market. She will be glad to lead you through that process.